What if I told you that one decision, just one, could change your passport, your future, and your entire life forever? Imagine waking up as a citizen of a country you never even dreamed of living in. No decade-long visa lines, no impossible point systems, no mountains of paperwork, just love and a wedding ring. Sounds too good to be true? Well, it's not. Today, we're revealing 7 real countries where marrying a local can actually lead to citizenship. And trust me, number 4 will absolutely blow your mind. If you've ever dreamed of life abroad or found love across borders, you need to watch this. Let's go. Country number 1, Canada. Let's start with a country that the whole world already loves, Canada. Now, Canada has this reputation for being welcoming, warm, and incredibly fair. And honestly, it lives up to it. If you marry a Canadian citizen, you can apply for permanent residency through something called the Spousal Sponsorship Program. And once you've held PR status for just 3 years, you're eligible to apply for full citizenship. 3 years, that's it. But here's what makes Canada emotionally special. This country doesn't just process your paperwork, it actually sees you. The spousal program is designed to keep families together. There are real protections built in for sponsored spouses. If something goes wrong, if the relationship becomes abusive, Canada has safeguards so you're not trapped. It's not just a country giving you a passport. It feels like a country that actually cares about what happens to you after. And with free healthcare, world-class education, and one of the highest qualities of life on the planet, marrying into Canada might just be marrying into the best decision of your life. Country 2, Brazil. Now let's turn up the heat because our next country is Brazil. Brazil is one of the fastest routes to citizenship through marriage anywhere in the world. And I mean that. Once you marry a Brazilian citizen, you can apply for permanent residency almost immediately. And then, here's where it gets crazy. You can apply for full Brazilian citizenship in just 1 year. 1 year. Most countries make you wait 3, 5, sometimes even 10 years. Brazil? That's wild. Now, Brazil isn't just samba and beaches, although honestly, that alone sounds amazing. It's a massive, growing economy. It's a country of passion and culture, and some of the most warm-hearted people you will ever meet in your life. And here's the emotional reality. People who marry into Brazilian families often say they didn't just gain a partner, they gained a whole village. Brazilian family culture is intense, loud, beautiful, and completely overwhelming in the best possible way. If you want fast, and you want warmth, and you want a life full of color, Brazil might be calling your name. Country 3, Portugal. Next up, and this one is for the dreamers, we have Portugal. Portugal has quietly become one of the most desirable countries in the world to live in. Affordable cost of living, stunning coastlines, rich history, and, as an EU member, a Portuguese passport opens doors to all 27 European Union countries. Think about that. You marry someone from Lisbon, and suddenly you have the right to live and work in France, Germany, Italy, Spain. The whole of Europe becomes your backyard. Now the process, if you're legally married to a Portuguese citizen, you can apply for citizenship after just 3 years of marriage. You'll need to show you have a connection to the country, some basic Portuguese language skills, a clean record, but honestly, the bar is very achievable. And here's what hits people emotionally about Portugal. It's a country with saudade at its soul, that beautiful Portuguese word that means a deep emotional longing, a love for something even while you have it. People who move to Portugal say they fall in love with the country the same way they fall in love with a person, slowly, deeply, and then all at once. Portugal isn't just a destination. For so many people, it becomes home. Country number 4, Dominican Republic. Okay, I promised you number 4 would blow your mind. So here we go, the Dominican Republic. Now, most people think of the Dominican Republic as a vacation spot. White sand beaches, clear blue water, amazing food. And yes, all of that is absolutely true. But here's what most people don't know. The Dominican Republic has one of the most generous and fast marriage to citizenship pathways in the entire Western Hemisphere. If you marry a Dominican citizen, you can apply for residency immediately. And then, after just 2 years, you can apply for full citizenship. 2 years in a Caribbean paradise. And the cost of living? Incredibly affordable. A beautiful apartment, fresh food, a warm community, all for a fraction of what you'd pay in North America or Europe. But here's the human side of this story. So many people who move to the Dominican Republic say the same thing. They came for the sun, they stayed for the people. Dominican culture is generous, loud, joyful, and deeply communal. Neighbors become family, strangers become friends within minutes. If you want a life that feels more alive, more present, the Dominican Republic might genuinely change something inside you. Country 5, Panama. Let's talk about a hidden gem that most people completely overlook: Panama. Panama is one of those places that quietly makes every best countries to live in list, and yet somehow it never gets the attention it deserves. Here's the deal: marry a Panamanian citizen and you can apply for permanent residency right away. After just 3 years of marriage, citizenship is within your reach. Panama also uses the US dollar as its currency, which makes financial life incredibly stable and straightforward. But what makes Panama genuinely exciting is its position in the world. It's a global crossroads, a place where cultures from every corner of the earth have met and mixed for centuries. It's modern, it's safe by regional standards, it has world-class infrastructure, and the food? The food is an entire conversation on its own. Emotionally, Panama offers something rare in today's world: stability with adventure. It's not boring, it's not overwhelming. It's this perfect middle ground where you can build a real life while still feeling like every day has a little magic in it. Panama is proof that the best things in life are often the ones you weren't even looking for. Country number 6, Mexico. Now let's talk about a country that needs absolutely no introduction: Mexico. Mexico. Just saying the word makes you feel something, doesn't it? The colors, the energy, the smell of street food that stops you in your tracks. Mexico is one of the most visited, most loved, and honestly, most misunderstood countries in the entire world. And when it comes to marriage-based citizenship, it has one of the most accessible and straightforward pathways you will find anywhere. Here's how it works. Marry a Mexican citizen, establish your legal residency in the country, and after just 2 years of marriage, you become eligible to apply for full Mexican naturalization. No impossible language exams, no extraordinary financial requirements. 2 years, a genuine marriage, and a clean record. That's genuinely it. Now let's talk about why this matters beyond just the paperwork. Because a Mexican passport is actually one of the most powerful travel documents in Latin America. It gives you visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to over 140 countries around the world. And that includes the entire European Schengen zone. Think about that. Spain, France, Italy, Germany, all of Europe. Accessible without a visa. For anyone coming from a country with a weaker passport, this is genuinely life-changing. But here's the thing about Mexico that no immigration website will ever tell you. Mexico is not a country you just live in. Mexico is a country that gets inside you. It's a country that lives in full, unapologetic color. Walk through any market in Oaxaca or Mexico City, and your senses go into complete overdrive. The textiles, the flowers, the noise, the laughter, the smell of fresh tortillas being pressed by hand at 6 in the morning. Mexico doesn't do anything quietly. And honestly, that's what makes it so magnetic. The food alone could make you move there, and I don't just mean tacos. Although, yes, obviously the tacos. I mean the mole that takes 3 days to make, the ceviche by the coast, the tamales that grandmothers have been perfecting for 50 years. Food in Mexico isn't just fuel, it's love language. And speaking of love, people who marry into Mexican families talk about something that genuinely surprises them. They expected a partner. They got a whole universe of people who immediately claimed them as their own. Mexican family culture is fierce and loud and wonderfully overwhelming. Sunday lunches that turn into 8-hour celebrations, relatives who show up unannounced, and somehow that's the best part of the week. There's a saying you'll hear the moment you arrive: Mi casa es tu casa. My house is your house. And the thing is, they don't say it as a polite phrase. They mean it with their entire chest. Mexico doesn't just offer you citizenship. Mexico offers you belonging, in a way that a lot of people spend their whole lives searching for. If you want a life with more color, more warmth, more flavor, and more soul, Mexico is not just an option. It might be the answer. Country number 7, Colombia. And our final country, saving one of the best for last, Colombia. Colombia's transformation over the past 2 decades is one of the most remarkable stories in the modern world. It went from a country the world feared to one of the most dynamic, beautiful, and exciting places on earth. Marry a Colombian citizen and you can apply for residency and then citizenship after just 2 years. The process is streamlined, relatively affordable, and very achievable. Medellin, once infamous, now named one of the world's most innovative cities, is home to a growing tech scene, stunning mountain views, and an eternal spring climate. Cartagena is a UNESCO World Heritage City sitting right on the Caribbean coast. Bogota is a pulsing, creative metropolis. But here's what Colombia will do to you emotionally. It will make you believe in transformation. If a whole country can reinvent itself, rebuild its story, and rise into something extraordinary, so can you. So many expats who moved to Colombia say the same thing. They went looking for a new life, and they found their best life. Colombia is not just a place on a map. For thousands of people, it's the chapter where everything finally changed. Now, before you go booking a flight, let's have an honest moment together. Marriage-based citizenship is real. It's legal, and it works. But it comes with responsibilities. Every country on this list will investigate whether your marriage is genuine. Immigration officers are trained to spot marriages of convenience, and the consequences of fraud are severe. We're talking deportation, bans, and criminal charges. But here's the thing. If your love is real, you have nothing to worry about. These pathways exist because governments around the world recognize something beautiful and true, that love doesn't respect borders, that a person shouldn't have to choose between the person they love and the country they're from. Every single pathway we talked about today is a government's way of saying, we see your love and we honor it. Always consult a qualified immigration lawyer for your specific situation. Every case is different. But know this, these doors are real and they are open. Here's what I want to leave you with today. We spend so much of our lives chasing things, better jobs, more money, bigger opportunities. And sometimes, just sometimes, the universe sends us something we weren't even chasing, a person, a connection, a love that makes us want to cross oceans. And what we talked about today is proof that the world can actually meet you halfway. 7 countries, 7 doors, all of them opened by something as old and as powerful as love itself. Whether you're already in a cross-border relationship or whether today planted a seed of possibility in your heart, I hope this video reminded you of something important. Your next chapter might be waiting in a country you haven't moved to yet, and the key to that chapter might already be sitting right next to you. If this video opened your eyes, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to see it, and subscribe because we drop life-changing content like this every single week. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Peace.